This is our joint, right? This is our joint, right? Why is it nothing? It's us, right? Yeah. This is nothing there. We're coming through yet. We're live. Right, like, hey. Look out there, man. Sorry about that. What are you running through? Oh, are we not? Trey, we Twitch?
No, it's on YouTube.
Oh, I'm like on Twitch looking for it.
It's not on YouTube yet either, I don't think.
Kenny has it up. Oh, will it be on Twitch though?
Huh?
No. So we're just doing it's the same thing, NVGA podcast?
Yep.
Yeah, Ultra SD, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so I'm just looking at chat. Live chat, nigga. I don't even need the video. Can I like cut the video?
Alright,
Can you
Mr.
pause the
Scoop,
video? And, I don't need the video. I just need the
Well. Gentlemen, we're back for another episode of the NVGA podcast. I'm your host, Scoop23. To my left.
Sean 44.
To my immediate right.
Kato.
In front of me.
boy Trey B. Dippin'.
Oh, we got
And in the picture, my man.
Shocker 4343.
right.
Before we really get into it, I want to say I do want to apologize for anybody who may have tried to tune in last week or pulled it up and didn't see nothing throughout the entire day. We did miss.
we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we did miss making an actual episode last week, as you noticed.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we're
But we back.
We are here for episode 2. Like I said, since it is new, you know what I'm saying, we are, work with us. We're trying to get it worked out on a week-to-week basis every Sunday. So, we're gonna get it right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it right. But in the meantime, between time, let's just get to it. You know what I'm saying? So, what are we all playing, gentlemen? What are we currently playing? I think I'll start this one out. Right now, I'm mainly playing The Division. Just started barely scratching the surface of Shadows Die Twice. And yeah. Sean?
Currently playing Division 2 and Overwatch. Again. But loving it. Overwatch that Baptiste dropped. Baptiste. Whatever way you want to say it.
I didn't even know there was a new character.
New character came out. I'm trying to know, but gotta go back to my healer more.
Okay. Well, right now is Apex still. Dylan. Apex. Apex, and then a little bit of Division 2.
Is there something?
Not too saucy.
Is there something you're picking up this week?
Yeah, Shadows Die Twice. Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely next for sure. So, yeah, I'm rocking with it. Obviously on PlayStation for anyone that's,
Yeah, Division 2 for me on PlayStation, and
I am playing the Division 2 all day, every day.
my man.
Every day, B. Everybody eats.
And I was game shopping right before the show, but I ain't nothing on sale now.
Right.
I'll stay with the Division 2 for a little bit.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Took the game of Windjammers lately.
I feel like Larry could be his vocals might be good. Yeah.
Larry needs to be up a little bit.
What's that?
Nah. We just.
For those of you wondering,
We
my man
bouncing the
Trey.
level.
Yeah, for me, earlier in the week I was still playing Apex. But on the 22nd, you know what I'm saying, your boy went ahead and had to cop that SEKIRO. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that, yeah.
SEKIRO.
SEKIRO.
That's why.
But
Twice.
for those of you,
I know you want to say it.
for those of you who don't know, it's a samurai / shinobi based game. It's not quite open world. It's like a linear open world.
Yeah, kind of.
If you play Dark Souls, it has similar level structures.
This is Trigger's first From Software game. So
First.
Yeah. So
She
I mean,
get that Bloodborne love, baby.
I'm definitely loving it so far, man. It's not an easy game to play, which is if you're a true gamer, a true challenge is always welcome.
It's always
you feel
welcome,
me?
baby.
But
Exactly.
I'm only probably about maybe 6 to 8 hours in, gameplay wise, and so far, yeah. If you playing it, I don't want to ruin it, but
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
You gonna die, boy.
Yeah, you might as well take a squeegee board and write deaths at the top and see how far into you can get, cause it's
Just do a tally real quick.
You gonna catch some L's.
Oh yeah, you gonna get your hair.
You gonna catch some
Yeah,
L's
bro.
for sure.
You gonna get your hair popped. That's for sure.
That death toll number in the 30s.
So real quick, a couple comments. My boy Shogun's in here. Shout out to Shogun. He's
Shout
also
out, bro.
yeah, he's
What's up?
also a gamer
That's
/ live streamer. We'll put the link to his channel, his Twitch account, in the description after the chat
Hey,
is over.
hey. I wanna see Shogun run Octane on Apex.
Oh yeah, Shogun. We gotta. I know you've been running with the.
That character is for him.
Yo.
Running gun.
Shout out to your boy Joe Smith. You know, it's not every day you see a bunch of black people talk about games apparently too.
Hey. Shout
But
out.
thanks for commenting.
Shout out. Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Again, if you're coming in late, I mean, we just started, but if you're just coming in, we are NVGA. Stands for Northern, or actually that picture is kind of in the way you can't really see it. Stands for Northern Virginia Gaming Association. We are in the Virginia area.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
All day, every day.
For you fans who don't know, that is Virginia is on the east coast of the USA. And yes, no. I'm not carrying away his intelligence. I just noted.
Not
Could eventually have some European fans, and they don't know where Virginia is.
You?
I'll handle that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Scoop, throw us into what we talking about today.
Alright, so the first thing I'm going to get into, gentlemen, is Division 2. Since most of us, pretty much almost all of us, have all been playing that joint. Right now I'm level 18. Sean, what level are you?
I'm level 15.
Shocker, what level are you?
Oh, that's not
I
gonna
am level 18.
18. Kate,
I'm
what
level trash because I can't play that game because I keep getting shot because I ain't got no squad. Nah.
Can I turn that camera picture off without shutting off the screen?
You mean as far as display goes?
Yeah.
I think so. But I mean, don't worry about it too much. Really, if you want to just put the camera back, we can just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm only
It only gets janky. It should be straight.
Yeah, no.
Just leave it.
what level are you, Kato?
I'll be what, level 10?
Okay.
Garbage.
Okay.
But we get
You're
there.
level 10.
We'll get there.
Okay.
You know about Trey.
What we talking about?
You don't realize.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the only person that's not playing this game is my man Trick over here.
Oh, Division. Yeah, I haven't quite dove into Division quite yet. So
Yo. Shout out to Savage Gorilla, man, out here remodeling Walmarts in Lynchburg, VA.
hey, shout out to VA. You know what I'm saying?
Already know.
Yes, sir.
So look, I think when it
Show
comes to
me
the
that.
Division 2, I'll let Shocker start.
Oh, he said every time he hit L1, he said more speed.
Shocker, how you feeling about Division 2 so far?
I mean, so far so great. It's been, like I said, this is I say it's a return to form because the last division was one of the better video game experiences I've had in a long time. And this one just amplified it that much more.
Okay. What are some of the things you like about this one versus the first one?
I'd say besides more loot, I will say there's a little bit more tactics involved just because the first one enemies were just stagnant. Like they didn't advance at all.
Yeah, they're way more aggressive and yeah.
Yeah, he put the pressure on you, and that's why I love it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd like it at first, but I like it. I do like that challenge.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, it's just a damn good game as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. So y'all give us 1 second. We're gonna adjust some things real quick.
Oh, commercial.
Word from our sponsors, Blue Screen.
Somebody start dancing.
Hey, Trey.
Yeah.
Hey, adjust the camera so I can see you guys on the TV.
I got you.
I can't scooch cues.
I got you.
Like this, you mean?
There you go.
Why
Thank
don't I
you,
just
man.
turn it off? The corner picture. Just
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Include a video from PlayStation camera.
No, yeah, that's the extra thing in the corner. Just
Turn it off, and you'll see it in the feed.
But now I don't have to.
So now, yeah, perfect. Now the only thing you see is mountain. Yeah, boy. Yup, boy.
And we back.
We back, baby. We live.
So back to that division conversation.
This nigga said, "What's up, gorilla?" What's up, one-eyed cat?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Honestly, I'm loving it. Sean, how you feeling about the division?
Hey, by the way, hit that subscribe button, man. Or if you're on system, I think it's just a heart. But anyway,
Yeah.
hit that subscribe.
Yeah, so the way I feel about Division right now is like the game feels good, the loot feels good. You know, reminds me of what another game should have been. Destiny 2, but hey, fine. You know what I'm saying? I think the only problem I'm having right now is the game is kind of unfriendly to being able to play with friends if they're a higher level than you. I.e., example, to be quick about it, my homeboy over here, level 18, joined my world
Since it started.
and completely
I went down.
killed my world. Enemies got leveled up to his level, and then they leveled me up to 17, making me a lower level in my own world, and I couldn't play my own world, not even in the free roam, without getting stumped. Or I need a guardian now. You know what I'm saying? I need a Destiny guardian to come help me. You know what I'm saying? Because they leveled my world, you know. Homeboy over here actually joined us, and they're like, oh, we're going to level him up too, but, you know, gear-wise, he's getting...
slacking.
You know,
no,
they came and breathed on my mans. He was on the ground leaking.
Body.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I mean, outside of that, the skills, most skills feel good.
Yeah.
The gunplay feels good.
Yeah.
And I'm personally a DPS build, so that whole bullet sponge don't even exist to me.
Yeah,
DPS, what's
no,
that?
yeah, I agree with that. I don't know why they changed the leveling with the co-op. Like, it was perfect in the first game. I honestly did not understand why it's been changed in this game, and they didn't change it for the better. Like, they literally made the shit worse. So I don't understand that. But as far as everything else that he said, I do agree with. The guns in that joint is fire. The dark zone is fire. Even though technically I ain't been into it yet, but I was in it in the beta.
I got a question.
What's up?
So far, as you being a high level, and I'm gonna ask this to you, Shocker, also. What's your favorite gun so far?
Mine would be two. The AA-12 shotgun and the AUG. The AUG submachine gun version.
Submachine gun?
Because I don't know if they have an assault rifle.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I think what's probably the comment what you said earlier. Fold count said, I don't get with these bullet sponge games. I like 2-3 shots.
Facts.
And
But
then,
No, I agree. I mean, I understand why he says that, but with the Division 2, it is a little bit like,
yeah, it's supposed to
they're
be more
bullet sponge, but it's a lot of bullet, but it is a matter of where you place your bullets too.
yeah, Shogun said, I had Division 1, but I stopped playing it when people started cheating and and got stupid armor. So I doubt I'm gonna get Division 2. But he said he copped Battlefield 5. Yeah. And he said, why? One Eye Cat said, why no love for Anthem? We spoke about Anthem heavily last week, so we kind of not that we're not talking about it, but we trying to keep it fresh and
Keep it moving. Trust me.
We
Anthem will come back up. Anthem will come back up. It'll keep getting
currently working.
No, listen, BioWare, they've got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, from what I was reading, I think 2 or 3 days ago, like they made an adjustments to the legendary drops. And one day, I I guess the legendary drops were good.
Yeah,
The next day they weren't good.
Nah, it was a bug.
No. So basically, they already had this bug once before, and they had the bug a second time, and basically the loot drops like ramped up. And obviously people enjoyed it because they was getting their loot. And then it's like, wait, that's a, you know.
Right.
But I want to say, regardless, shout out to my man Gamer Frank. I can't really share his comment, but shout out to him anyway.
Hey, BioWare, get y'all shit together.
Hey,
Get y'all shit together.
what are y'all playing in the comments, yo? What is everybody playing? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
This man said, have you been paid by Ubisoft? One-eyed cat. No man
hell
getting paid by no
Hey.
Y'all
Ubisoft.
must not want this pizza.
Oh.
I want pizza.
I mean, we'll take the endorsement deal if they offer it.
Right.
Right. But no.
Hey, look, if any of us is getting paid, then I mean, we'll show y'all some GTRs or something, some Porsches or something.
Right.
How much pizza for today, yo? Just
Hey,
some slight,
lots, baby.
some slight, you know what I'm saying?
Lots.
You know?
No.
Just a pan with the weird combo, because
But-
pineapple is viable.
I will say this, going back to the Division 2, what are your thoughts on it?
Division 2 is fire to me, and I've been kind of holding off because, as everyone knows here, like some of you that are joining in and watching, out of everyone here, I play Destiny 1 and 2 obsessively, right? So with Division 2, it's like, I'll wait until they drop a couple patches, they do a couple things, and then it'll get going. So I've been kind of stalling on it. But
wait, there was a question I asked earlier. I didn't really hear Shocker answer, which was, what's your favorite weapon?
My favorite weapons, basically, I'm still not big on the specifics, I'll be honest with you about that. I was about to ask you, DPS, is that a damage per second?
Yeah, damage per second. Yeah.
Oh, God, like the RPG aspect, I'm still not too
Yeah, my bad. I'm an RPG good.
But I will say, my two favorite weapons, just from on a generic level, not submachine gun, light machine gun, and the rifle. So just apply pressure at all times. That's what I really do.
I think I'm right there with you, to be honest. My favorite so far was light machine gun. Just love turning around the corner and mowing down 5-6 cats. You know what I'm saying? No problem.
A word brought to you by our sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Domino's. Let's get it.
let's get it.
I think the other gun that I was for a hot minute I was using a submachine gun with a 12-time scope for that headshot bonus, but I actually went ahead and switched over to a sniper rifle. You know what I'm saying? Since them high-level cats playing with him be a little too much, I got set in the back, cap a couple domes, make sure ain't no snipers on him. You know what I'm saying? But
So since Trey ran away, we'll move on to the next topic.
Yeah, let's say, because he's not playing.
He's not playing
He's not
anyway right now.
anyway, so
Yeah.
we'll move on.
Yeah, so the next thing that I was going to talk about, this is more so just me, because I don't think anybody else in here played it.
They're mediums.
I did
pizzas are
finish Devil May Cry 5. The game is...
Hey, shout out to all 18 people watching the podcast right now. Shout out to y'all. Feel free to comment. We answer all comments.
Man, Dolly had braces.
Devil May Cry 5 was amazing. I beat that joint last weekend.
He said
I'm already playing it on New Game Plus, or I'm playing it on another difficulty.
Let's okay. Since this game's been out for a while, I want to ask you a question. Is Devil May Cry like God of War good, or is it just good?
No, it's great. It's the best Devil May Cry.
But is it God of War?
God of War is amazing.
God of War is
It's fucking amazing.
like
It's
It's
amazing.
that good.
It's that good?
Alright, well then
Okay.
I'll get
It
the
is.
cop then.
Yeah,
It is very, very good.
It's like you get the cash, steal the
Glowing endorsement.
Kato
I was
Shun
expecting that.
It's one of put it this way, it's one of those things where like when I play it, I don't like it's hard to get off of it. Like it's hard to stop playing it.
Can we have a moment of silence?
Okay, so it's just that addicting.
Hold up, Larry. We gotta get this session in real quick.
Hey Larry,
This is pure entertainment purposes. Just relax. We got you covered.
okay. It's perfectly fine, man. It's perfectly normal, my guy. Put in the comments if you know what this is. Exactly. Hey.
Get it.
Hey, look.
Get it. Hey. Hey.
Get need to be in the color.
Sit in the back of the club with your unfortunately side.
Perfect.
Alright. Introduce everything under the sun.
Brought to you by your sound engineer. You know what I'm saying? We gets it in. Anyway, continue. My bad. I had to throw the section in there.
If you know what that track is from, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, like best Devil May Cry made hands down, which was for me it was kind of hard to top 4 and 2, but it's better than 4 and 2.
Are you just gonna carry 3 like that though?
I mean, 3 was cool, but I thought 4 was better. I think 2 is the best out of all of them.
4,
except for 5.
Which ones were Fire and Agony?
2 and 4.
2 had Fire and Agony? You don't talk about the Blades, right?
Yeah.
You had to fight the yeah, never mind. 2.
But
Stop.
how they did the ending, like when they brought another character into the fold, like the game is fire. Like bottom line, if you're a Devil May Cry fan, buy that shit, play it, it's fire.
Hey, so
if you a beat 'em up fan,
Hack and slash.
grab that joint. Hack and slash type, yeah.
Ice Pick says Borderlands 1 is to be released for PS4 too.
What?
Didn't they remaster
Hey,
Borderlands?
no,
1?
hold on.
The Handsome Collection.
I got this covered because I've been following it. Borderlands 1's, no, that was not a remaster. That was just a re-release, basically. You could maybe call it an HD. They're possibly going to be remastering Borderlands 1 and then releasing it on PlayStation and I think also PC as a upgraded version.
Why?
More remasters.
Why?
Like why?
I mean, why?
And that horse is dead.
Hey, gamers, hey man, listen man.
Hold on.
Let me tell you something,
We
yeah.
left that horse in Mexico.
Gamers love to play old shit. Like, damn, like we'll sit here and be like, yo, we want new shit.
I'm pretty sure
And as soon as they drop a remaster, we're like, all right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go grab the game that we've already played. Like, come on, man.
Nah, as far as I will admit, like,
I mean, I love the game. Okay,
if you're talking just Borderlands 1, then like I'm probably good. But like a remaster of Borderlands 2, that might be kind of fire because like that is like the best looter shooter, really, just the best looter shooter for the most part. So I wouldn't mind that joint. Like, I mean, all I really gotta do is give me HD, just a better looking version. Physics.
It's funny that he mentioned that comment because that's pretty much what we were
That's what we're going into the next.
going to the next topic. You're psychic, my guy.
Yeah. Speaking of Borderlands, so Borderlands 3 is pending an announcement.
You said what?
Right.
Pending an announcement.
You said what?
Borderlands.
Pending an announcement at PAX on March 28th, I think is the date. So yeah, apparently it's supposed to be getting revealed here, which is definitely about time because Borderlands 2 came out officially how many years ago?
Borderlands 2.
It's about
It's been
5.
It's been a hot. Since when?
5.
What game?
Yeah, I want to say
Borderlands 2.
5 years.
Borderlands 2.
Right.
He said I'm 6'1". Oh, he said I'm 61.
Borderlands 2's been
I like
way
my
longer
old
than 5
games.
years.
It's been longer than 5.
It's been long. You gotta think about it like this, like
Somebody look up the
I got
year.
a question.
What year was Borderlands 2 released?
Did Skyrim come out before Borderlands or not?
Alright.
Skyrim
Anyway,
came out in 2011.
it's been a while, so Borderlands 3 is definitely long overdue. Now, I actually wrote just Borderlands 3, just talking about just the announcement itself, but there's actually a rumor going on Borderlands 3, and this is actually what I want to discuss about specifically is this rumor. So apparently Borderlands 3 may end up being the first in the series that may become a live service game. So how would y'all feel about Borderlands 3 turning into a games for service type of game?
Okay, so let's. What does that mean exactly?
Games for service is any type of game
Anthem,
that constantly changes
Destiny,
and evolves over
Division.
time. Like you just said,
Those three, they're all service
Destiny,
games.
Division, 4
Can I just pay my $6? I tell you what, instead of you doing that shit, excuse my language, instead of you doing that, how about you just charge me $70? How about you just increase the price of the game instead of keep trying to milk me. I would rather play a game
I probably
for
would rather
$70.
So hold on, because this is the topic. So I take it you don't want to see Borderlands turn into that.
No.
Okay.
I want a complete game. Borderlands 2 when it dropped, was it not a complete game?
No, I agree. My focus on Joe
most
as
games
well.
out now.
Yeah, for me it's more specific of why I don't want. Like I hope that's not the case.
Borderlands 2 was released on PS3. It's ancient.
Yeah.
It's not even a this gen game.
The reason why I don't want it to be that is
That's
because
hilarious.
the two things to
That's
me,
hilarious.
besides
Thanks for
the gameplay mechanics of it being a looter shooter and the loot and all that, the main two things that makes Borderlands good, in my opinion, is the characters and the story.
Yeah.
And a lot of these games that are games for service, the two things that they don't have is characters and story. So me personally, I don't want to sacrifice the claptraps.
I got a question. I got a question.
The story, you know what I'm saying? The Tiny Tinas for, let's go talk to this blank NPC.
Hold on, I got a question.
To hand me 13 quests.
I'm glad you said it because I've been, obviously I've been following, I've been looking, and some of the community, from the questions I've seen on YouTube and various other places, feel like one of the suggestions they had towards Borderlands 3 was being able to create your own character.
Yeah, I seen that.
How do you feel about having a created character versus us losing our characters like rolling the actual
I don't want to
brick?
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
The characters that they create. Like I said, to me, those are the type of things that makes Borderlands so great.
Put it this
all
way,
those unique
right?
characters that you
I'll
play.
say this and then we'll move on to the next topic. If you play ESO, right? I think all of us have played ESO at least for a few minutes, right?
For you who are uninformed, you're talking Elder Scrolls Online.
Elder Scrolls Online. You make a blank character, you run around aimlessly, there's nothing really drawing you in. Whereas, the very first time you hear Claptrap talk about, you're my servant, come on over here, and you're like, hold on, what? What is this robot talking about? I'm about to shoot you in the back of the head as soon as you roll up the hill. Like, I would much rather have that.
That's what I'm saying.
Chance to shoot him.
That's what I'm saying. And even the way how Gearbox did DLC for Borderlands. It's like story packs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the fight in the
story
bar.
packs. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't want it to be like, we're gonna add a raid to like that shit.
Absolutely.
Trash.
Absolutely.
So I hope they don't do that. But I really
real quick. Shout out to the Shout out to the 20 people in the watching the stream / podcast. If you're just joining in, we're NVGA, stands for Northern Virginia Gaming Association Podcast. Welcome. My name is Trey B. Dippin.
KO.
Scoop 23.
Sean 44.
And if you didn't notice, we actually have a fifth member on the screen here.
Sharker 4343.
Yes, sir. Just want to throw that in there real quick.
Start calling Space Ghost.
Couple comments. Taya
West Coast.
Taya says Anthem. Taya says Anthem broke my PS4 Pro Disc reader. Discuss. And then I don't know what his name says.
Hang on, time out. It broke your system, bro?
Yeah.
Anthem's been breaking PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It broke my man.
Ice Pick said PlayStation ruined Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
He said, can we change association to alliance?
I like that.
I like that. Yeah. I make a motion that we go with the comment. I change it from association to alliance.
Alliance is not bad.
I'm in it. I like it.
I like that.
I like it.
My man.
I like it.
You just made a boss move and you're not even here, my guy.
Yeah, Shogun said alliance is dope.
It's better.
Well, alright, it's officially changed to alliance as of today.
Right now.
Yeah.
So,
Virginia Gaming Alliance.
So for those of you watching, obviously the bulk of what we talk about is gaming.
Yeah.
But
music,
to add to that,
everything.
Music is intertwined with everything. So we also talk a little bit about hip hop, which kind of goes into our next. Well, we actually have segments, and right now we're in the What's New segment. And part of the What's New segment, we talk about hip hop. So Scoop wants to go ahead and talk about that. Hold on, I'm the sound engineer. Let's change.
This is the coordinator. Could you go ahead and coordinate this, Scoop, to whatever we got next?
Well, the next thing is what?
Praise and dirt.
I'm sorry. Yo. Oh, shout out to Ray.
Wait.
Ray.
Oh, I know that's not Ray.
Sam, my man, lyrics sound like Darth Vader.
Hey, yo, what up, Ray?
What up, Ray?
Let me ask you, back to the Borderlands 3 thing real quick. Quick theories as far as when do y'all think Borderlands 3 is going to be released? Do you think they'll give a release date?
It crashed her.
Think
it actually
next year?
crashed her.
Yes. Anthem was crashing games.
Yeah. Nah, Anthem was crashing.
Breaking systems, basically.
Yes.
That's a brick.
Hold
Yes.
on. What it does is it corrupts your hard drive.
Yeah.
So it probably is possible for her to get it back, but like she has to, you know, you gotta like, I mean, I don't know it offhand. What is it? You basically gotta reformat your hard drive.
Nah.
And a lot of people don't know how to get into the deep bug system for the PlayStation. So a lot of people don't know how to do that. Now, will that fix a problem? It could, but we don't know. And even then, that's a lot of redownloading. I would hate to have to do because it's like, oh, like that's
so Borderlands.
That's why I stopped playing
you
Anthem.
think next year or this fall?
You know, I'll be completely honest. I think they're gonna make that Bethesda move and they're gonna release that junk this year, like in the summer or the fall.
I say.
I think as soon as you think.
I would say if they're obviously they're gonna announce it on the 28th. I wouldn't be surprised if it's this fall because obviously the game's probably been in development for like 5.
I got a question for you. Now. Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
But if not this fall, then early next year.
Anthem was in development for what, 6 years?
But what is that?
And that joint released as a vertical backflip. And
Hey, Shocker.
Yeah.
Shocker, what do you think about Borderlands? When do you think it's gonna come out? Either this fall or next year?
I actually didn't have a gauge on that. Borderlands was a game I never played. Who's the studio behind it?
That's Gearbox Software.
Hey.
I feel another session.
They sound good at all.
Man, they be dipping.
Hey, don't get me wrong, I know
Trey
how
be
to
killing
make
the time.
reputation, but as we see,
What'd you say, Larry? What'd you say, Shocker?
I was about to say, I'm fully aware of Borderlands' reputation. It's just a game I didn't get into.
Yeah. True. Well,
Alright.
I'm ready for that joint. So whenever that joint do drop, that's day one. Hopefully it's not a game.
I do got a quick question. For those of you watching, because we talk a little bit about music, we mostly talk about hip hop. But like, what are you guys listening to? Like, do you listen to music as you game? If you do, what are you listening
I have
to?
a PS4 Pro. Oh God.
I heard PS4 Pro has some good.
I
We
just
want to
know
know before we move on. We want to know to the next segment. We want to know what kind of music are y'all listening to? If you are you listening to it while you playing, or just let us know. But
So my next thing brings me to the Halo Master Chief Collection. I don't know if anybody played this on Xbox when it came out, but they announced it that it's going to be coming to PC.
Not
And I
the
think
collection.
specifically Steam.
But I played everything from reaching back.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I
he
played
said the
that
weekend.
Nothing wrong with that.
No doubt.
So, how do you feel about it coming to PC? Let's start this one out with Shun.
Yo, for real. I haven't recently, ever since Bungie decided that they wouldn't go in Halo no more. But back in the day,
Chief, why won't you
I was a real Halo goon. I was online stomping cats. And Halo 2 was the #1 game I played. Back in the day. Halo 3, like I remember losing sleep to that game, being late to work for that game. I was working at the game store when that game dropped and was in the line that night like, yeah, let me get my midnight release. They're like, aren't you supposed to be here? Not today. Let me get that game. I'm about to go home and play that junk. So as far as I'm concerned, because I do have the PC and I have the specs to run it, I am looking so forward to this game coming out.
320 frames per second. Right.
Like, I just gotta
master race.
I just gotta update, 4, 5, 6 drivers, about 4, 5, 6 times
Pull
each.
the hard drive out.
You know
what I'm saying? Hook your car's radiator up to that joint, run that, then I gotta overclock it, you know what I'm saying? Just to, get 55 frames per second.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, it's coming to PC, obviously more cats can play it. It's Halo, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what you're getting at this point.
Yeah,
you can play
you know
Halo
what you're getting.
10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's pretty basic. Let's see what we got. Next topic.
So let me ask you this. Anybody planning on buying that on PC besides Shun?
What is
Halo Master Chief Collection?
Right.
Straight PS4 cuss.
No. I'm just going to know. I'm not a master race type of dude. I ain't on that level, but I do play my PlayStation and my PC equally. I would have an Xbox if it wasn't for the fact that my PC plays all Xbox games anyway. So, but This man over here talking about he ain't gonna cop that Halo. You don't want your Halo 2 online with me? With your
It's full multiplayer,
I
sweet.
don't play Halo at all.
At
all.
You like no love for Halo?
I
You
don't
like,
want to play Halo.
I said listen to the Jackson 5. Wow.
Yeah.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy.
I kinda,
Right.
If you get that reference, let me know in the comments.
No, I kind of agree with you. Like, cause I had some Xbox and I already installed it, but
That's some
To Taya, yeah, we you probably came in the video a little bit late. I'm me, Shun44, Scoop23, and Kato are all playing Division 2 and Shocker. Quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
So
By the way, if you see me in the comments, I am longshot_mark.
okay. So we got a few comments we want to read out. Shogun, shout out to Shogun. He's also a streamer. We'll put the link to we'll plug his Twitch.
We should have him as guest one of these weekends.
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk to you about that show. We want to have you as a guest. We'll probably throw you up on Twitch or something like that. But he said, are y'all casual gamers or competitive gamers looking to get into the esports industry? Which would be a nice topic for next week.
nah, no esports for me.
But would you attempt to?
Nah, cause I mean I'm look, man, I don't know how old is he?
We're all about the same age.
Okay. The reason why I say no for me is because the average person loses the best of their reflexes at like 20, 22, 23. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely well above that. So I'm like, esports is not.
It depends on,
like I'm not even gonna try to kid myself. You know what I'm saying? So.
It really depends, because you got more than one type of esports game. Like you could definitely rate
Lyric sounds like
not a genre you like,
Yeah.
but what is it, John? Stars, you know, the freaking top-down game.
Diablo? Hey, he said,
but made by the same people.
Hold on, would you like to respond to this? King Hypno said you don't want to do competitive esports. Trash.
Yes.
Wait, who said that? Who was that?
King Hypno.
Oh,
Hey, you right, dog. You right
Hey,
on the
that-
money. Nigga trash.
Oh my god.
that's one of my people.
My man Wig Splitter wanted to just let he said
Mr. Hater himself.
He just want to know if this is the fat Albert looking like.
Oh, he said I'm joking. Nice joking.
No. Hey, shout out to Hypnotic. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Appreciate you watching.
People watching the podcast, we appreciate y'all. We're trying to stay consistent as possible, doing every Sunday. Between like midday. We won't give you a time because it's always different.
Life, baby.
But life happens. But usually somewhere between 1 and 3 o'clock we'll start it. So,
yeah. So the last thing I wanted to get into, as far as for gaming goes, and this is kind of the big topic. I seen this last week. This was on Reddit, I believe, and basically what people were asking was, do open world games at this point still have that level of prestige behind them, or are they becoming more and more
Fatigue.
You know, is there some type of fatigue behind open world games now? You know what I'm saying? Because there are so many of them. You know, there's an overabundance of them.
You want to start?
I think because the type of gamer I am, I look at it a little different. Like maybe the average person would be my point of view. I think that
Less than average.
It's like yo, cut the camera off.
Don't count that, bro. Don't
Nah, but nah. In all seriousness though, like me,
Day 19 don't count.
Racing Halo did his disco.
But nah, I mean like for me it's like I want to see something fresh. Okay, open world has become a standard for gaming now.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I want to see something fresh within that open world now. You know, like, or even take like an old play on something else. So like for instance, I think we talked about it 2 weeks ago about introducing, like taking like all the technology they have and potential they have and make like a new Superman game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just throwing that scenario out there somewhere like. Character like Superman would be crazy to play in like a new 2019 open world setting, like the type of technology.
After Anthem came out, Anthem with the flying, and even though it's a little buggy, that does make me feel like a little bit more confident if they had a Superman game or Iron Man game, just because like
Anthem is
there's like name a good Superman game, right? It doesn't exist. They're all trash.
They're all garbage.
And so it's like
No,
But in
yeah,
today's
you're right.
like,
That
if you
was
take
one
a company
trash.
in the new gen, PS4, era, and then have them build it from the ground up, like, I feel like that joint would be. Imagine like if like Rockstar made a fucking.
Not Rockstar.
Not Rockstar, but you
It
know
would
what I'm
have to
saying.
be your peoples that did all the Batman games.
Oh,
yeah, that would be
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. Yeah,
Boy,
yeah.
that'd be fire.
Yeah. My opinion on that is
He said Halo is dead.
Exactly, my guy. Exactly.
no, but as far as in like the fatigue,
Vote
not
count
feeling the
set.
fatigue, I feel like I'm not quite there yet, but I can already see the fatigue setting in, and the problem really comes from like.
Anthem looks
I do
trash.
love these developers, but like Ubisoft just be bumping out these games with like a checklist. Like, yo, you got all the collectibles, you got all the towers you gotta climb, you got like, and did he find all the pigeons? Did he take all the right pictures? Like, yo, where's the innovation in that, man? Like,
Yeah, I think that's the biggest
It starts
thing.
to not feel
Open
good
world
after a while, you
games
know?
lately lack the innovation that they used to
Yeah,
have.
they're either a checklist or a zombie game.
Okay. So with that being said, since I think I'm still the main one still running around on Apex, if open world games are getting fatigued, do you think that BRs are getting fatigued as well? Because you got Apex, you got
Battle
Fortnite,
Royales.
yeah, you got, I don't know if you really got it, but PUBG is still out there.
I
I
got you,
Apex hit the
man, I got
refresh
you.
button on.
You think Apex hit the refresh on it?
Black
Yes.
Yeah. For how long, I don't know, but I mean, it's.
I agree with that.
stay
I agree with
for
that.
a
That is-
little bit long.
Okay.
As I definitely agree with Shaka on that, because it's like I really was like, okay, I'm done. Like I wasn't really a super fan of Fortnite anyway because of we both saved the world. We wanted to save the world, and then they just completely
added,
completely abandoned it. So I ain't gonna lie, I kind of just was like, no, I'm good. But
Yeah,
as far as in, I feel like I don't know if I would call it a Apex video. I would almost it'd be like the equivalent of a girl putting makeup on. Like, yeah, she looks slightly better, right? But how long will that last before you be like,
I understand.
I'm good? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just talking
Innovation.
about that.
As long as they innovate, and they do more and they bring more things to the table and more things.
I just
that
don't
feel
want
good,
them to update
it'll be
like
good.
30 times a day, like 40.
No, we don't need that. We don't need to shoot somebody with a shotgun in the
Somebody-
morning, earlier in the day, and be like, this shotgun feels good, and at night the shotgun don't feel good.
Somebody at Fortnite's
Next day
like
it
runs
don't
into
feel
the
good.
boss's office like, yo, we should put planes in this joint. Bet. Okay. Nah, bro, you gotta take some time and like.
One
Right
thing
now.
I will say though, as far as for open world games, the one game that is probably not gonna come out till next year. There's probably a small chance it may come out in the fall, but it's probably not gonna come out till next year. But I do think it will be the next big wave as far as for an open world game to have innovation. 'Cause that's
Hey,
what
that
we're
actually
specifically
is.
speaking to.
But you seen what Fox said?
Is Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be
Cyberpunk.
fine.
Oh,
That's gonna be fine.
yeah.
But look who's behind.
Nah, we not
CD
from Jersey, bro.
Projekt, baby.
Yeah.
From VA, actually.
Yeah, my man Fox said, I need Rockstar to do a futuristic
I
GTA.
was just gonna read
Yeah,
that.
2060 or something.
That would be.
Cyberpunk 2077.
No. But look,
Futuristic GTA.
Cyber. Oh, is that the one that's supposed
No.
to?
No,
I
we're just talking about a Rockstar specific, and I feel like yes, but I feel like what Rockstar would give would be different. I'm not saying it would be better; it would just be different.
Yeah.
Like both of those games can exist.
Question. Remember that movie Fifth Element?
Yeah,
One of my favorite movies of all time. What if they made that into a game?
they did.
That's
It's called.
right. No. I wasn't even gonna say that. I'm saying a mixture of Fifth Element and then a mixture of Blade Runner is pretty much what Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna be.
I'm all with it.
Man, like he's trying to tell you, like, bro, that's gonna be
The
like.
rent is too damn high.
I'm telling you. I think Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna be one of those games that you're gonna hear a lot of people
I
talking
say we
about
throw.
for a long time.
I would like to know more info on that. Let's put that on the list for next
The
week.
reason why I said they made that game already, I don't know. Tell me in the comments, has anybody seen the trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2? That is like Fifth Element in a way.
Yeah.
Like the flying,
Yeah.
everything.
Somebody in the comments feeling extra hurt.
What do you say?
He said, "Why are you streaming if you're gonna ignore the viewers?" WTF? I guess he just joined the joke because we definitely been hollering.
Yeah, we were very active with the comments, bro. If we don't,
If we miss you,
it's because we're trying to finish what we're
Yeah.
saying, but we always come back to the
Yeah.
comments.
Definitely not annoying.
Okay, so
Oh, no, he
my
asked
earlier
about-
question was,
yeah,
what's
what
that accent?
Yeah.
Are you from New Jersey? I thought you answered it.
Yeah.
You said we're from VA.
He actually did answer you. I think he might have just missed it. He said,
Oh, full account talking about that dying light.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, hey, listen, man. Hold
Hey,
on.
let's talk about the guy
Real quick.
sword.
Listen, with Dying Light, alright, the game was 4-player co-op, right?
Tough.
Okay, the game, it was fire.
Tough.
It was fire. You know what I'm saying? Shit goes berserk at night.
I remember when we got stuck on that roof.
Yeah, you get your throat
All
cut
over
off,
night and
all
we were
that
sitting
good
on the
shit.
roof.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at some points, at certain points, it was kind of hard to enjoy Dying Light for certain people. You know what I'm saying? Because my man, you know, Trigger over here was gotta run to the next door. You know what I'm saying? Every 5 seconds.
I see that coming. I ain't even gonna point it out. No,
So-
he said I remember dude in the black shirt, and then down here you see what he's like, yo.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But
yeah, shout out.
Nah, but Dying Light was fire, man. I can't wait for the second one. Which, do they have a release window for the second one? Of Dying Light?
Oh, if it
Because
is,
it was
I
at
think
it got announced at E3 last year, right?
Yes, it did, but I think it's coming out this year, but it's kind of still like.
Yeah, Dying
Oh,
Light.
it's still tentative.
That shit was
Beats,
fire.
what's up, bro?
Hey, Shocker, did you play Dying Light?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I know. I watched y'all play it. I watched y'all play it a few times.
Yo,
He
Trey,
said,
Huh?
my man Smoke said, "What's up, Smoke Hostile?"
Next segment.
Said,
Smoke,
to
what's
Trey?"
good? What's good, bro?
Specifically, he like, yo, that guy right there with them waves, bro.
Oh, hold up. You know, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on
I
it.
ain't
You know what I'm
sleeping.
saying? Hold
I ain't
up.
sleeping on it.
Don't sleep on them
Just
guys.
said,
right.
waves on
Look, you
that.
said hand come off camera.
Yeah, so.
Alright, so next topic.
So I think now we're gonna go ahead and switch it over to the music section. Anybody have any type of last comments they want for games or anything like that? Anything they want to bring up? You know what I'm saying? As far as anything that happened during the week.
I
Shocker, you
think my
got.
question can wait till next week because we got plenty of time, which is the state of PS5.
I don't know. We got plenty of products next week.
Oh, I do have one comment. So, as far as music is concerned, what do you guys? How are you listening to your music? Because like,
That's a good
is
question.
it radio or?
Okay, so
Well, this was about gaming, so what I was saying.
No, I guess there's no other comments about
How
games.
do I listen to my music?
Hold on, real quick, before you get to that.
100%.
Before you get to the music thing, right? Yeah, me too. Gaming. The Mortal Kombat 11 beta is this week. I think it's on like Wednesday.
Who win it?
Anybody who online, you know what I'm saying, drop them motherfucking tags so niggas can get that work. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that work for Mortal Kombat 11.
We literally are on every day.
I'm trying to get that work.
Well, he's on every day.
I'm on.
I'm on most days, 6 out of 7. Actually, most of the
I'm
time.
on every day. It doesn't matter.
You might catch me on a game that you don't play if I re-download it because I'm a little mad. It's deleted right now.
I'm feeling another
He's like,
session
I got
real quick.
Fun recession, baby. Hey, there's still like 25,000 of us playing on PC. I don't know what happened to it. But there's at least 25.
The old 90s. You got him with the old 90s. Yeah, the old 90s. Hey.
The doo-wop. Hey.
Anyway.
Well, back to the music. Trey, what was you asking about as far as how we consume it?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Consumption.
how's everybody listening to the music? I know, like, obviously, radio is always a big one. But like, for instance, for me, I recently downloaded Spotify. Like, I've heard about these music streaming services, but I never really. It's not Spotify's not new.
You must download it?
I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, for me. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'll go.
Nah, go ahead.
Actually, I was strictly YouTube Pandora for years, and this dude is in my ear. Stop playing with Pandora, get a Spotify. Stop playing with Pandora, get a Spotify. Stop, like, he was literally at my house, like, stop playing.
Shit, like,
Yeah, both of y'all. Yeah. I'll give y'all both the credit.
But you don't know what skills
Spotify. Finally, one day, I randomly was like, I'm gonna get Spotify.
That's how I was. I was literally tired of, like, the radio. Now, don't get me wrong, Spotify is trying to, like, its AI tries to, like,
Yeah.
too much, but then once you get on track, like, now that I got it on, I've had it like a week.
Yeah, and you start plugging in
Everything
stuff
is,
that you
yeah, like,
yeah.
as soon as Blueface comes on, like, get the
Yeah,
shit
don't
out
ever
here.
play that again.
Yeah, I mean, number one, you can just strictly search for anything that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I haven't, like, the first thing like that.
He's trying to discover new things and
Yeah, like I'm willing to
Spotify
hear it the first time, but if I don't like it, I like the fact that you can like,
Don't ever play that again.
there's a minus button that says like,
There's like
don't
a-
ever put that
don't
in my
play
music ever again.
No.
So,
Don't play that
Yeah,
trash.
see, for me, like when I listen, like when I'm on Spotify, I'm very specific. Like,
So are you saying that you use Spotify?
Oh, absolutely.
Anything else you use?
Tidal. Absolutely. Spotify and Tidal, baby, all day. You know what I'm saying? That Tidal is everything, bro.
Well, for
You know what I'm
me, over here, Shun44, which is what you can catch me on anything. As you heard from him, I'm a Spotify guy. I listen to Spotify pretty much anytime I'm not working. Sometimes when I'm working, I'm not supposed to be. I be rocking that Spotify, what, your shirt, you know what I'm saying? Does anybody know what that is, huh? Wait.
You might not be able to see it.
I ain't gonna lie. From the side, at first I actually thought you was rocking that initial D, but now that you turned and I can fully see it, the true realization of what that is has set upon me, you know what I'm saying? But as I was saying, Spotify is pretty much my main thing. I YouTube rarely with music because I don't want to kill my internet, my battery. But it's pretty much Spotify Premium. Can't be messing with those commercials. And I pay for the family plan, so like 3 people at my crib got that junk with me.
Yeah, I would say the main reason why, besides Spotify, because Spotify is the main one that I use, the main reason why I use Tidal is because...
Bless you. Bless you.
The main reason why I use Tidal is just because of the behind the scenes stuff that you get with Tidal versus
Full account
get
wants to
with
know
Spotify.
is Tidal is free.
Title free.
Yeah, you can get a free trial for it, 30 days.
Wait, no.
That
But
means
can you
no,
play?
folks.
Can you play it? Like, does it have a Spotify equivalent? You know, you can have Spotify for free. You have to have commercials. Does Tidal have a version like that?
Nah, this
So,
is only
okay,
That means
so-
no.
Yeah. But like I said,
Paid on
with
but
that
it's
being
trial.
said, like I said, the reason why I like it is because, like I said, you get so much behind the scenes stuff with Tidal versus what you can't get with Spotify or Apple Music. You know, so when it comes to, if you want to look at what an artist is doing on tour, if you want to look at an artist in the studio, if you want to look at certain music documentaries, concerts, you know, even movies now, like Tidal has all
They
that.
literally just
You know what I'm
like
saying? So if you're a person that's really into music,
paid in
Tidal's
full
where
on
it's at.
Tidal.
That's right, state property.
But to that man Ray right there, yeah, Ray.
He said,
Wait, what'd you say, Shocker?
What's going on, Larry Voice, man?
Shocker, what'd you say?
Darth Maul.
I was about to say, Tidal basically went the access route, like just accessing your favorite artist.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I kind of want
I
to
want
transition what we're talking about into the next segment because we can throw some stuff in there. But if you, like I said, if you're just joining in, welcome to the podcast NVGA. I just took the banner down. That's because part of the podcast we do segments, and the next segment that we do is called, you know what I'm saying? It's called Cash or Trash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is basically our rating system is if it's trash, it's an automatic 0. If it's cash, we rate it 1 through 5. So since we're talking about music, you want to start it off?
Has anybody listened to Logic's new track, Confession of a Dangerous Mind? Just came out on Friday.
I heard like a 10-second deal of it, and I'm not gonna lie, I also saw like I guess the video for it, and my man was like
Covered in blood?
covered in blood, and I was like,
man.
swipe, I'm not listening to that. He wants
Nah,
some
this
other
shit's
shit.
fire. It's fire.
I'm sure it is, but you hitting the like.
Yeah, but there's a meaning.
How you just-
When you listen to the
my
whole,
flesh, blood in my blood.
when you listen to the whole song, like it makes sense as far as why he did the video that way. The track is fire. So, for far as just for that song, it's cash. But that was just more so if anybody.
Personally, I haven't actually listened to it because I don't follow too many hip hop channels. I mean, I listen to hip hop myself. I'm like always lagging behind. I'm lag in every game you know of. I'm lag. Just remember that. That moment when you slide around the corner and a bullet still hits you anyway.
They say Jay-Z's not on Spotify. They don't put any of his lyrics on Spotify.
Nah,
wait,
because
Jay-Z is not on Spotify, but you can
he
catch
owns
him.
Tidal.
You can catch him as a feature in other people's songs on Spotify.
Yeah, but as far as his music,
Okay,
his
that
catalog,
explains it because I do have City is Mine on my Spotify.
his catalog's not on there. It's only on Tidal.
If he's a feature to someone else's song.
Yeah, the other thing with Tidal, the big thing with Tidal is the streaming service out of the 3 that gives the artist the most money. You know what I'm saying, per stream. So that's why like Jay-Z did the whole encouragement of trying to get people to buy in the title, you know what I'm saying? And for the artists, because the artists get more out of it.
I got a question. Are you saying that title is like the Epic Store of music?
Nah.
Developers get more money with Epic Store.
And Epic Store.
I know, its features are trash. The title has good features.
Right. So nah.
You heard it here first. Epic Store is garbage. That's if you're a PC guy, if you're a console guy, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You only got one store.
So Epic Store is for trash.
Yeah.
She got it. But yeah, I fuck with that joint. I fuck with the title. You know what I'm saying?
So again, cash or trash. I want to ask you a question. I haven't seen it yet, but let's start off with that Captain Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Cash or trash?
Yeah, we greased over it. We can also talk about us.
Oh yeah,
that's better. Let's go with that because I want to say we talked a little bit about Captain last week.
Yeah,
right?
we did. Yeah.
We breezed over it. We didn't really go into
we
it.
did the second.
Yeah.
joint.
We breezed
You know what I'm saying? Well, all right, switch that joint.
Yeah, we switched.
Nah,
let's talk about this then. Let's talk about
Captain Marvel.
No, us.
Marvel,
Us literally just dropped this past Friday, and I mean maybe not all of us, but a couple of us have seen it.
yeah, let's say, well, yeah. Us, cash, all the way cash.
what is us to the people who don't know?
It's Jordan Peele's new movie.
So if you,
No, I'm saying Get Out.
I know, but I'm saying for
The dude who made Get Out, this is his second movie.
It's a psychological thriller.
Right.
At least it's the category it's under.
You said it's what?
Oh, it's cash, baby.
Oh,
All day.
It's a chain.
All day, baby. Yeah,
What
the
do you,
movie, I ain't gonna spoil nothing, but
what
the
do you
movie, I'm gonna give the movie like
9 out of 10 for me. Easy.
Well, it's out of 5, so
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 also, or 4.5 if you're willing to accept. But it's definitely no less than a full strong 4. I'm talking like that cat who'll beat you up if you sneak up in the club, that type of strong.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I have. It's a
What?
4. Yeah.
You seen it?
Yeah.
Last night?
So it's cash.
It's cash.
I heard y'all
It's
making
cash.
plans.
I'm still in line waiting for my ticket.
Wait, what's your rating though?
I said 4.
That was a 4.
It's a strong 4. Yeah.
Oh, with the strong hand, baby.
That joint is.
Yeah.
I will say this though, just real quick. It is good, but
He said don't spoil the movie.
yeah,
No.
definitely.
Whoever said don't spoil the movie hasn't learned who I am yet, because I'll kick this whole table over. Spoil the fucking book back. Like,
It definitely didn't mentally get me as messed up as Get Out did. But other than that,
but
fine.
it's a different.
It's a thought. It's a thought movie.
Yeah, like
There's
Get
big
Out.
movies,
Get
you
Out.
watch them and
It's
you
easily based in
think.
reality. This.
No,
Get Out
yeah.
is get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like that shit. I just watched that.
I
shit
still haven't
last
seen it,
night.
by the way. I don't know how I skipped it over or whatever, but I haven't seen Get Out yet, and I think I need to watch it tonight.
Oh,
no.
This is
I
where
know it's a
I wish
rush.
we had
I don't know how that happened.
clips that we could just play.
Yeah,
in.
grab,
And your man,
right now,
the dude
so
online, like, what the
that's not
Across the
What you say,
screen.
Shocker?
Pause the show so Sean can watch Get Out.
Yeah, right.
Right. We'll be back in an hour and 45 minutes.
I can't see Get Out too close to home. Sure.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So okay,
Respect.
going into the next my next thing. Well, you played it. We all played it just now actually, so we can do it. How do you say it? Seiko?
Seiko?
Oh yeah.
How do you say it?
I don't know how you say it.
Sekiro?
Sekiro.
There you go.
I knew I was butchering it. Yeah, the one we was just playing.
Oh, I'm like, yo, y'all was
so I
pushing
have-
so hard, I didn't realize what y'all was talking about.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know,
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
there's a game that just came out on the 22nd. It's called
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Sekiro.
From Software's newest game.
Fire.
I do have a clip that I want to. Hold on, give me 1 second.
It is indeed.
Step in there, you know what I'm saying?
Spell it.
S.
Shadows Die Twice. It sounds like a Barry Star movie.
I do have a clip I do want to show you guys. This is Sekiro. I like games like this. I think we all enjoy games like this. It's something fresh and it's something new compared to what's been released recently, like Apex and which are all good games. But this, I do have a clip I want to show you guys. Tell me what you guys think. If based off the clip, you think you would play this game.
It's me, it's me. Oh God. Why you gotta post me, bro? Hey, in this clip, I'm learning how to play for the first time, so.
This is not.
No, that's clearly. That's me. That is me. I know exactly how I move games. Remember, I was like, Kenny, how do I jump down and get this guy? And you was like, yo, you lock onto him, and I jump down, and then boom, I eventually.
Man is like.
Ooh, get him out of here, coach.
And I ran away. You was like, yeah. I was like, bro. Sneak up, slit his throat, turn around and handle the spear guy. Yeah, bro. I know it's me. Oh God.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm still alive, baby. I wasn't dead.
Hey, let me ask you, this play more like a Bloodborne or
What's up, Shocker?
Hero play more like Bloodborne or Dark Souls?
Well, like Bloodborne, but even then, it's still, the difference is still strong enough that, like, I don't even think I could call it a Bloodborne copy. Like,
So this is SEKIRO. You saw a little clip of somebody in this room was playing and got dogged. But we're not gonna say no names. But anyway, the game, like I said, still been in the cash or trash since we all, even for the brief moment that we all played. What do you think?
oh, it's cash.
What would you rate it?
From Software, baby, cash. 5 out of 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a From Software fan. Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Bloodborne, and I'm gonna need that Bloodborne 2 from Software. So if they ever see this, let them know.
I say 4 out of 5.
Now, was this because you got dogged 20 times in a row?
No, it's because I haven't even. I'm only an hour into the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even seen a third of the game. So I'll just give it a 4 for right now.
I'll say
That
cash.
can change later on.
I'm kind of in the same lane. Literally, every time I spend money on one of their games, I can come back in a year and be like, all right, it's fine. Like,
Speaking of that, who's trying to play Bloodborne tonight?
I'm definitely gonna say cash. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. And normally games like this, like I enjoy them, but I think the thing that I like the most is that it's so challenging. And like it, as a gamer, you know, like me and you know, we got different type of gamers, and you would say I'm which one? Which kind of gamer?
You're a casual gamer.
No,
Maybe
no,
dead.
I'm the one that
one and done. He wants to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you talking about that type? Yo, yeah,
You run and done.
I'm the one that wants to finish the game like in as fast as possible.
Speed runner almost.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to smell the roses at all. Like he doesn't.
Hey, Scoot's
He doesn't want to try to savor it.
He just looks at him and keeps
You know what
going.
I'm saying?
He's like,
He's the type of person that buys a sandwich and tries to stick the whole fucking sandwich in his mouth. Like, damn, bro, why don't you, know what I'm saying, maybe enjoy it a little bit.
hey, Scoot's like, blades of grass.
Right, exactly. Damn, somebody developed
My man's the type that he pulls shoes and pants at the same time.
Right.
Strange.
Nah, but yeah, nah. I mean, I'm the type that honestly, like, I don't do it purposely, but like, I try to get through the game, like, you know what I mean? And almost like as fast as I can.
You probably feel like anything that's not the story, you're wasting time. So you speed yourself up to go through the game.
But this game here will challenge you.
Hey, Ray, funny.
This game will definitely challenge you.
Game looks cash. Whoever was playing trash.
Facts, Ray. Facts.
Hey, Ray, come on, son. You already know what it is.
Oh.
That was Shun 44, baby.
It was my first time playing, okay? Alright?
To be fair.
And
From Software,
you know.
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't
No. But I pride myself on being good at pretty much all From Software games. But I really didn't, I didn't have the chance to
Yeah, but
really
you're still gonna get your teeth
acculate,
kicked in.
you know,
You're still gonna get your teeth kicked in. I don't care.
Eventually, you're
Don't
gonna
matter.
take an L.
Yo, how many boys will I help these cats
You
beat?
still gonna get your fucking teeth kicked.
Remember when
and
you had to fight the Captain?
you can sit here
And
and
Sim
do
44
all that
came in
shit you
and
want.
big
Still
body
Nobody's,
ass
nobody's dogging, bro.
Yeah.
It's just
Nah.
the type of game. You want to catch an L.
Yeah, you're gonna catch it out.
You're gonna
No, I will catch L's. I just meant that L was worse than normal.
You're gonna catch an L.
That's not even my regular L. You know, my regular L is like, yo, he put up a struggle. That wasn't even a struggle. He uppercut me. That was it.
I want you, everybody watching right now. Well, we lost a few people. For those of you who are still watching, let us know what you think. Cash or trash. But yeah, let us know what you
Going to
think.
the next segment then.
Yeah.
Shaka.
So,
What up?
that's all fine and dandy, but what's Larry talking about?
What you talking about, player?
What did you talking about, baby?
Saying, baby.
Okay, I think we did I think we alluded to it right before the show ended 2 weeks ago, but I feel like, I said it before, like Netflix is not stopping until they get to the 2-0. As far as price goes.
$20,
As far
you
as
mean,
the price hikes go.
Subscription wise, you mean?
I mean, what's up?
You mean subscription wise?
Yeah, true. Yeah, subscription wise. They're not, I don't think they're stopping until they get the $20. It's like, with all their originals, with all their deals they're making, like, the price hikes are going to keep coming. That's pretty much all there is, that's all there is to it as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
And it's starting to get to the point with subscription services anyways, like, how do you, like, let me ask y'all, like, let's go around the room. What subscription services y'all pay for?
I got
Netflix.
Yeah, I got Netflix and Hulu.
That's the only one?
Netflix
That's it?
and
Paid
Netflix.
subscription. Yeah.
Kato, what you got? What you
Well, not even out of just streaming video, but
wanna do?
y'all have Spotify accounts too, right?
Let's go.
Nah, my Spotify is free, man.
Free. $3.99,
Yeah,
baby.
paid subscriptions for me would be Netflix.
Like my
Hulu,
whole first check go to subscriptions, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, and Tidal. Oh, and Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
All right.
But that shit's been expired for like 2 months. I gotta.
Hold on, so real quick, forward account said you gotta watch online, forget Netflix and Hulu. Only problem with that, I used to do that. I used to have my site, so I'm not gonna throw it out there. 'Cause
Nope.
if you try to go into that site now, you probably the whole computer probably gonna blow up. But
Yeah, them shit's got too many pop-ups.
it's
and spam.
that too, but it's so inconvenient. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta type like
Yeah.
versus popping up Hulu.
Yeah.
It got your recent like
Yeah.
if you want to continue watching, it'll continue watching from where you left off. It's
Yup.
just too convenient, bro.
Yup.
Yeah, it's too much.
I mean, even
If
with
you're like
Crunchyroll, I think
desperate
that's
and trying to
why I
like watch
watch.
something specific that you just don't feel like paying for, then yeah, that route is cool. But if you just like, if you really just trying to get to what you getting to, that shit, it's so
Yeah,
inconvenient.
just
trying
you might as well
go
pay
to the
up.
spam
Like, it
website,
really
you
is
gotta
just,
block
like, it's a
100
headache.
pop-ups. Like, it's just a headache.
Like the last time I was on one of those websites, it was just a headache just trying to get the video to start.
Right,
Page
exactly.
got to load like 5-6 times. Like,
Right,
I'm not trying to
exactly.
go
I'm not gonna lie, Crunchyroll. I do have Crunchyroll. I forgot about that. Crunchyroll is the reason I watch Dragon Ball. Like,
I'm the reason why you watch Dragon Ball Super.
well, yeah, you're the reason I started watching it for sure. But Crunchyroll is the reason why I've watched it 4 times now in completion. Like completely watching Super back again.
Hey, nah, but
You guys weren't good enough to convince us. Had to betray to convince us.
Nah, because hey, let me tell you, let me quick.
I was not watching that.
10-second
at all.
story, right? So we in there. Well, me and Kenny are really in the cars. We're not gonna get into that, but we in there working on the lube. You feel me? And I'm like, yo, son, did you see this? And I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This nigga got a whole new color. Then he added that with the, you know what I mean? We was in that joint
I'm like, hold up. What?
Usually this man just abbreviated his car to lube.
He said
I said lube.
L-U-D-E, lube.
This man.
He said
That's the way my brain heard it, man.
this is where I need another one of the quick edits, son. He got a dunce hat on his jump. What?
But yeah, but basically what I'm trying to get at is,
I gotta roast you, yo. You be roasting me every time I see you, bro. Be good though.
No,
Darth Vader.
Right.
oh my goodness. No,
He's
but
like,
anyway, like I was trying to say,
Y'all been kind of getting on me the whole time, so you know, I'm just like, Definitely ain't blast none of y'all cats on stream, you know what I'm saying? But Sean got plenty of shots for everybody.
I got heat for the whole
I just
squad.
want y'all to know.
And look, he said,
I just want y'all to know, you know what I'm saying? Scoop know everybody eats.
Sean just turned into the little boy from Bond. Remember the Bond joint? Where my man was like,
oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, Shaka, what was you gonna
Oh,
say?
yo, yeet. Yeah, yeet on that
Shaka, what was you gonna say?
Clips of all time right there. No, absolutely. What I'm trying to get at is like, it's like, I mean, it's been out there for years with subscription services. Like, in order to get everything, you're gonna have to pay at least what, one. You're gonna have to pay at least a dub.
Yeah.
You wanna have all.
gotta drop- yeah, you gotta drop a dub.
Hey, Larry, you know what's? I mean, well, you know what's crazy is I saw a commercial the other day for, I don't know if you've seen it. It was like an ad pop up, and the ad pop up, it was on YouTube, matter of fact, and it was for people are paying for subscriptions that they don't even know they're paying for nowadays. So there's an app that manages all your subscriptions.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. Look at what MoviePass was selling information the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's the one where if you had a MoviePass, you could basically see.
it went to trash. I had that. I was one of the OG subscribers. I had it within the first month. Like the first month it dropped, I had it. And it was fire, like the first 4 months.
Say, see as many movies.
You can
as
see
you
as
like,
many.
then they
Look,
started
I was just
losing-
telling somebody,
then
look,
they
we're
started
gonna
losing
sidetrack
money.
here. I'm gonna tell a
And
story.
what happened?
I was telling somebody at work, they was like, what do you be doing when you take your break? I was like, I be at the movies. He was like, what? What? On the clock? I'm like, yeah, what you mean? Like, you too slow.
Keep up.
Right. You too slow. So it was fire in the beginning, and then what they wound up doing was people were crushing them. They were going and seeing two movies, you know what I'm saying, a movie every single day. Yeah, like they've seen a movie every single day. And so they were losing too much money, and then they tried to adapt it and they ruined it. And then once they ruined it, they never got it back. Like they never figured it out. So it just went down the drain.
How much is it a month?
Now,
No, how much was it a month?
initially I was paying like, I think $20 a month.
Wasn't it 20?
Yeah,
You know
it
what
was
they
like
should have did?
$20.
They should have did
It
like,
was 20 a month,
they
but
should
you
have
had
did
to
like
pay
a
for it all
2
at
movie
once.
max, and that way it would have been like $10
No, I was
a movie
paying
or something.
monthly.
I don't know, or 3
I was
movies.
getting
you're
charged.
paying
I was getting charged $20 like at the first of the month, and then it dumbed down from being able to see a movie a day to seeing, I think it was three
A
movies a
movie
week. Yeah, it's like 3 movies a week or
And
something
then
like
it
that.
became,
And then it was
and
2.
then it turned into like select viewings.
Exactly, and then select viewings also included select theaters, and that was
Yeah,
when it
if
got
they
taken.
did like if they had kept it at like 3
Oh, I didn't
movies a
know
week,
that.
I think that would have been fine.
Yeah, like-
that still equals 12 movies
It
in a month.
was select
On a
theaters. So
short
like
month.
I wanted to see. I can't remember what movie it was, but the nearest theater was like Georgetown, and I'm like, I'm not driving to
Jesus
Georgetown to freaking see a movie just because that's the only thing that's on the path. But we're going down, you know, the trail, right? So yeah, subscriptions. I do think that, you know, and anybody that is still in the chat, I do think the subscriptions can be good, especially these days when cable, like you might turn it on and there might be something on you want to watch.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I get
everything's
cable
moving.
like 8 years.
To be honest,
And everything's
Yeah.
moving a la
And
carte.
cable's
so-
been priced
Not to
out like for
mention,
years.
not to mention a prime example, right? Like for the past 12 hours, my internet hasn't even been working at the house, and I done tried like everything to get it back working. So I don't know, and I'm paying, I don't even know how much, which, you know, I could have 17 subscriptions at this point for the cost of cable. So I don't know. I think it's a winner. You know, it just
So-
depends on which one you get.
Yeah. So
Oh, no trouble.
our next segment would be clip of the day. Currently we don't have the actual clip that we want to show you, but being that
You ran the shadow. That's what I said.
no, I'm talking about what he actually has up here.
Oh yeah.
No, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
placeholder for the moment. It's
Yeah.
a placeholder for the moment.
Yeah, that,
It's a segment that we will have in the show, but it's something we're still trying to get completely organized and like hashed out, ironed out,
Yeah,
so that it's running every time.
Yeah, PlayStation doesn't make it easy for you to upload your own clips to the PlayStation. It won't let you use, like you saw, a guy saw the clip earlier. It won't let you do that unless it's like gameplay saved from the PlayStation. So we're trying to work it out. So if we have like clips, something viral or whatever, we'll eventually have clip of the day. And soon here we might actually be switching over to
OBS.
Yeah, OBS. But
Oh, that's ABS from school.
but yeah. So you want to go into that, or just want to do it? 'Cause
We
it's
talking
rolling
about
on time.
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty
So
much it for me.
those of you still watching, I think it was another successful podcast. Episode 2, you feel me? Especially
In the
with
books.
that. Yeah,
In the books. In the books. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't have any parting things or anything like that. We do plan on having episode 3 next week.
Next Sunday.
That is the plan as of right now. Obviously things change every day. You know what I'm saying? But you can find me on
like things change every day.
PlayStation. Right, exactly. PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Scoop23, Instagram, Scoop23, all that good shit. Sean 44.
You can find me at Sean 44 on pretty much everything nowadays. A couple things might be different, but for the most part, yeah, Sean 44 though. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say you can find me on Twitter at Sean_44. Somebody took my jokes. Like, why you look at me?
Make sure anybody who maybe hasn't subscribed or liked the NVGA YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes, sir. Hit that subscribe button, man.
Okay, though.
No.
You can pretty much find me at Kato on most platforms. If you're gonna get PlayStation, it's 6-speed banger. I'm the only one.
Can you spell Kato for me, brother?
Oh yeah, KAYDOHHH, baby. Yeah, that's pretty much me everywhere.
Trigger.
I'll let
Shocker.
Shocker.
Alright, Shocker4343 on PlayStation 4. They need to hurry up with that username change. They need to hurry up so I can change it.
Please.
So that I
PSN
can change my
name
Please let me change my name.
Mark, which happens to be my social media
I'm gonna
tags
change
and everything else. Or username and everything like that.
Another bad creation.
Shocker4343 PSN long shot underscore
Thanks
Mark
for the
on
follow,
everything.
sir.
Are they
Crazy.
are they changing your name to Darth Vader?
Yeah. The chat is changing his name.
Go ahead, Boss King. Go ahead and ask your question before we get off here.
Somebody had a quick question.
Yeah, Boss King, go ahead real quick before we get off. But my gamer tag on PS4 is Trey_guyswag. Yeah, man, hit us up and
Anything else you want to plug?
subscribe to NVGA, the NVGA podcast. Yeah, hit up the NVGA podcast YouTube channel. If you're watching through your system, pull up your phone real quick. Just type in it's right here, literally right here. Type in NVGA podcast. It'll come up.
That's a lot of damage.
And yeah, man. I'm personally on YouTube myself as Trey B Dippin, which is why I introduced myself as that. Head over to my channel. That's more car related stuff. If you're into cars.
Hey Trey, I'm sorry, I just saw Boss King's question, man. What kind of question is that? Marvel and Capcom?
What?
Oh,
What's going on?
He said, Boss King said Marvel and Capcom versus DC and MK. Who wins?
Marvel and Capcom.
Are we talking about side to
So wait,
side?
is he saying Marvel teamed up with Capcom versus DC?
DC team. Oh,
MK all day.
Okay, I was strictly thinking like
But
versus
Superman's out of there
Capcom,
with
DC
magic. As
versus
soon as they
MK.
kill Superman, that's
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
gonna go,
Superman is with them, so yeah, that's raps.
I'm going Marvel and Capcom for me.
Marvel and Capcom.
Are you talking about the game or like if there's a scenario
No, like,
where those two?
from
are
based on what
fighting
he
each other?
said, it seems like he's saying Marvel and Capcom are on one team versus Mortal Kombat and DC being on one team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going Marvel and
See,
Capcom.
here's the thing, right? Like, at first you might be thinking, oh,
Right, you
DC got
gonna
like
get all the
Superman and
Mortal
stuff like
Kombat
that.
niggas that work.
But, I mean,
That's how I'm
Marvel
You know
guy,
what I'm saying?
Thor and Captain Marvel,
Yep.
and Thor.
Captain
We got a Hulk.
We got a Hulk.
We got the Hulk.
Yep.
Well, I guess when you put it like
Your
that,
face says differently. Speak,
Mortal
young
Kombat
brother.
when you put it like that, I say
Mortal
Shang
Kombat
Tsung
and DC.
transform into all these banners.
That's exactly what I was literally
What's
about
good?
to say that. And then I'm
Wait,
thinking,
wait.
hold up.
Somebody got you beat. That man Fox said Thanos Infinity Ring. Game over.
Hey, that's cheating, Fox. Nah.
Yeah.
That's cheating. Nah.
The gauntlet.
Nah, that's cheating.
Yep.
That's cheap.
Nobody said it had to be all good guys. Nobody said it had to be good guys.
Kept it simple.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts on
Kept it
top of
simple.
facts. Nah, you right though. You right though.
Kept
Okay.
it simple.
If you
But in any case,
He's like 1 hour later.
kept it simple.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our sponsors, Domino's. With all that being said, we hope that you guys tune in next week. And hey, here's the thing, man. You won't have to guess when we're on if you subscribe. Just saying. You get that notification.
Get that bell notification,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But with that being said, man, I think we out. Anybody else?
Yeah, man. It was, like I said, comment, subscribe, man. You know what it
I'll
is.
see you guys next
See you
week.
next week. Deuces.
We're gonna end it with the session real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You know what I mean? We're gonna end it with this session.
He like, you know the big guys just lean against walls and finally
Yeah, pretty much.
fold their arms
Hey,
and
Larry.
lean side to
Hey,
side.
Larry, I need you to get in on this session, bro.
Alright.
Man, Larry.
I'll start doing a Madonna vote real quick.
What did he say?
I don't know.
What did he say?
Hey, hold up.
What did he say?
What? Oh, somebody said, I think that we can fit like one of your whole legs inside of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can eat your whole leg.
Yeah, yo,
I just wanted to point that out.
Fox said Thanos sneezes. DC sold to Disney.
Facts, Bob. Facts.
Oh, dance, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do a big guy jump. We just gonna do a big guy jump.
With the hat.
Be from side to side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
I'm not ending this straight until you get the session popping.
it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, these guys are on crack. I don't know what. Anyway, y'all have a good one.